Okay, we should be live.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. We didn't have a meeting, a regular meeting in July, a special meeting. But we're still trying to move through everything as quickly tonight as we can. And please note for the minutes, there is no one here from the public.
I've never seen that happen.
Really?
All my years. There usually was at least one person.
It's Caroline.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had Carol.
Yeah.
John Robertson.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, call to order. Brad Bender, check, I'm here. John Post is here. Jeff Walker is here. Mr. Fields is here. Joe Bender is here. Cage is here. Rick Bergmeyer is here. Chief Pennycuff won't be here. He told me a little bit. He's on duty tonight. So we have approval of the June 12th minutes. I don't know that I've seen them. Oh, yes, they were online sometime. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the June minutes.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. I don't guess we have any from our special meeting. I mean, there's no action, but Brad, do we need just to have a minute of showing who attended and discussion? Okay. Okay. No petitions from member of the public. Start with unfinished business. The Next Level Trails project, we hadn't done anything much in the last couple of months, but David Boswell went back to work Monday, and I met with him today, and he's already sent me some pricing, so I think we can get everything moving and wrapped up by October. Looks like it needs to be done now. On the sewer project, they want to start August 18th down on Water Street on the rehab, and we have a change order for consideration tonight, which is a deduct of about $13,000. $13,010. And what we did was changed a little bit. Instead of, they were gonna initially cut the level of Water Street, wet well down, build a new top, put on a new casting, relocate the electric. I thought we could just leave it where it is. The main thing we need to do is add safety protection. We're still gonna get into it later. But that was $18,000 in savings, but we had to pay $5,000 more because then they had to keep lining the inside of it all the way up to. This is on the wastewater project.
So is that where they're starting the whole thing? Is it on Water Street?
They want to start the rehab on Water Street first.
Where are they starting in first?
It's gonna start on Ripley.
Can't really say why, they just want to get that done. They got their subs set up, then they'll move either to Perry or Ripley, and then they don't want to have three things going at once, they have just one at a time.
I just thought they'd do the most crucial thing first.
Well,
I mean, I just think that it's gonna do Ripley, I guess, just because that's where the temporary,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's.
I think it probably has as much to do anything with availability of manpower, pumps, supplies, equipment, and everything.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to accept the deduct of $13,010.
Motion?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Speed limit signs, I just think I sent a text about that, they're up. They've expanded the 30-mile-an-hour zone all the way past Highway 3, goes out. Oh, probably one of the first ones I saw as well. And, at the same time, I gave that third sign to the county, only to the county commissioners meeting, and then just Monday.
Were they happy?
Yes, they were very happy, and then the guy came and picked it up in the garage.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, thanks to Amber for getting that whole thing started back when we ordered those signs.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
That speed limit though, going on through town, I mean, going through town is 30, I mean, some of that's just temporary, isn't it?
it's 30 mile an hour now coming,
All the way.
all the way past Highway 3, it's 30 mile an hour, both coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah, on out.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just,
I don't think it hits 55 until it's past the split.
Okay.
well, I was just curious, because I thought they said on the radio it's a temporary thing, so.
Oh, about that, I just, they had sent an email and then all of a sudden the work order was done. I mean, again,
Yeah.
it's good.
That's fine.
Now, people
Actually.
pay attention.
They're working a little bit. For somebody who drives through here all the time and comes from my office down to the courthouse, and comes from my house, yeah, I've seen one. You know, now people like to tailgate and they,
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
that's the thing, but you know, it seemed to have
I
some.
think it's working, and it's the flashing lights,
Yeah,
more people stop now to cross the street than ever.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I still have a lot of my folks step right out in front of them to see if
You're a brave man.
they. All right, town office renovations.
I'm trying to be behind here, but not too fast. I know my flashes.
Town office renovations, I don't think there's any action to take, it's just you have seen, they're set up in here now. This room is not being rented at this point, or used for anybody else, but, the door, it's gonna end up coming out to the stage, is halfway done, because it's a Dutch door that you now have a countertop all put in. Just continue, and then eventually move more things out of the other.
HVAC's in there.
HVAC is in there, the phone, I think, is one thing you still gotta get figured out.
We talked to Mary at the library, and she thought that E&A would, I think it's like $12 a month, we could hook up through their internet, so. We said that's absolutely, we'll pay that.
Well, yeah, that. Okay, reimbursement for socially connected communities.
I submitted that, gosh, it was in July, and I didn't hear anything. I finally emailed the person back and said, hey, did you get that? And are we gonna get reimbursed? And she said, yes, but it's just, they were still reviewing it, so. And the whole grant was 50,000. And, so I think we'd spent like 33. So after we get this money, we'll only have, I guess, 17,000 left to spend. So, it's all coming together. We spent the whole MHS grant that went through the Friends of Historic Vernon. That was already done, so.
Okay, so how much more to spend?
So, I think it's, I don't remember exactly, I submitted it for 33,000 and some, so it'd be 16,000 and something, 16,000 plus.
Okay, and you later meeting Friday.
Yeah,
What time Friday?
10,
10?
yeah.
Try to make it. All right, town maintenance, the interns that we had are back at school. So I guess we're back to maybe helping do some of these different things. Lola was out here this morning, doing in front of here. I told her, I mean, when I mow, I can do it over here and do the front of this place. Well,
I mean, she goes by, she goes, that needs to be mowed, or that needs to be weeded, or that needs to be, so she just does it.
well, we're back to a lot of that, and then trash, which I don't know if Steve Hardy's going to start.
Yeah, I think He didn't, I don't think he's done anything, but he was kind of in charge of that car show last weekend, so he's been busy. But if he's not gonna do it, I mean, we'll have to pick that up too.
And then we have the restrooms, the things here at the gym, kiosks. I mean, we have 4 kiosks in town now. We really don't have much. We did kind of, but I was thinking of maybe still getting some help in painting stripes downtown that I have to do it. I can get with Travis, and I'll get with Travis again, and maybe we'll just do it through his people.
I'll bet they could do it.
And that's what I thought. I'm gonna try to get that one, because I think that's the only real thing that we didn't do around there. We couldn't do it.
So do we wanna set up a schedule for the restrooms and, I think we got the mowing pretty much covered.
Well, I have one item, I don't know if it's in here yet, I haven't come across it yet, but, here it is. Item F, I'm gonna roll this up into A at the same time. Trish Spear called me today, she had talked to Wayne.
Good.
She has somebody available from the high school that can work a half a day every other morning. And she asked what they might be able to do, and I said, well, there's possibly some mowing and things, but we've got a gym, we've got restrooms. I don't, and, you know, we're getting more and more trying to figure out the schedule and calendar, get everything set up ahead of time for people. I don't know what we ought to pay somebody like that, so that's one thing we need to discuss. But I really think we could put the right person busy, just cleaning restrooms. And like I said, I haven't had a chance to clean the bleachers or anything out and about and all the cobwebs. And, it's just,
It's a lot.
well, but I just think this is an easy way to do it.
It's one of those high school interns don't even get paid.
No, they don't, I don't think. No,
This
they-
one
Depends
does,
on what they look at.
but she could not tell me what we ought to pay.
Okay.
She said, leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna meet with him Wednesday morning. He lives down Grayford Road. His name is. The intern? Yes. His name is. Calvin Pila. But what do you think we should pay somebody? And
I don't know.
I guess if some of the others get paid, what? I mean, what's the average that they get paid if they,
he would not say.
so, you don't wanna pay them too little, but then again, you don't wanna,
I know. We paid 15
Yeah.
to each of the ones this summer.
What about $12.50? I think 10, they may not want it.
I just maybe 12.
Maybe. Which one? 12?
I feel like city summer help is around that, and that like 12, I think they raised it. But that golf course repairs, and I know they were somewhere around that.
I say 12 should be fine.
I mean, if you guys are okay with that idea of somebody, I
I'm
think
fine.
we can find enough for them.
Oh, yeah.
I think 12's good.
And maybe they
to
can do
start.
some weed eating and things too.
And if they're just,
I mean, we're gonna be
Terrific.
coming out of mowing season.
I don't know, they'd be working
I guess it'd be this semester.
And
what hours.
when you say every other morning, is that
Every
Monday,
other morning.
Wednesday, Friday, or is that like,
They have this blue and
right.
white.
Yep.
So next week it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then after each
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Thursday, just rotate. Okay.
So you're gonna get
That,
12 hours 1 week.
That'd be great for the routine cleaning.
I would think it would help.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
sounds
really
great.
do. Okay, I don't know if we need motion on that or anything?
Yeah, we probably do. I'll make a motion to, hire the high school intern called in Halo at $12 an hour. Guess that would be like,
I don't think I'd put a name with it, I just said high school intern,
That's probably good.
and then that way if something would happen, and then,
yeah,
you know, and somebody else had to step in,
okay, so we'll say high school intern at $12 an hour for 20 hours every 2 weeks.
I think that's what it works out.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Somewhat in conjunction with that, the park board meeting Monday, I mentioned to them, pulled their $2,500 that was in their budget to help pay for whatever you already did with, Omar and Luke and supplies that we purchased for the year. Okay, first budget announcement, permission to advertise.
and that, they worked out pretty good, didn't they?
Pretty good, they kind of left me on that last day with a number of things that I asked them to do, but they hurried up and did halfway.
The kids.
17.
But they we did the trail 6 or 8 times, so, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were polite.
Yes,
That goes a long way.
it does, it goes along.
Okay, so this, in your packet, there's a notice to taxpayers that we're gonna ask the council to, give permission to advertise. I talked to, I know there's a lot of changes coming with that, Senate Bill 1, but I talked to the tax board, representative, and he said to go ahead and do our budget like we normally do. I think what it's, the Senate bill affects, local option income tax. I mean, I don't know that much about it, but I don't think it really affects our levy. But one thing it does affect, so if you look up here, about a third of the way down, it says estimated civil tax levy. That increases, by about 4% maximum every year, but this year is 4%, so that's 38,256. But what they call the property tax cap credit, it's not a credit to us, they deduct it from our levy, it's almost $5,000. And our levy is only 38,000, so basically we aren't getting any new money. And we're getting less.
So is that 5,000, 4,000, whatever?
The
Is that gonna
4,009,
be deducted from the 38, or is that
Yes.
already deducted
that's deducted from the 38.
from the 38?
Yeah, so when we get they pay us the tax levy in June and December, and they'll deduct that amount from the levy when they pay us. So aside from that, I'm not really sure what else the Senate Bill 1 does to us, but it's probably something terrible.
And I need to text Tina again to have a meeting in town.
Yeah. So the state, makes it mandatory that we advertise for general fund, local roads and streets, motor vehicles and highways, and then our new fund, parks and recreation, and then this cumulative capital, which last year they only allowed us to spend $1,700, so. Anyway, when you do your budget estimate and you advertise, you always advertise higher than you know you're gonna get, and you advertise your levy, higher than you know you're gonna get. I put 40,000 in there, knowing it's only gonna be 38 maximum. And so it says it's a 15% increase, that's a 15% increase over, that's just what I'm asking for, doesn't mean we're gonna get it. And then the, Parks and Rec, levy, same thing. So basically, you go through this whole process and they come back and say, no, this is what you're getting. But as long as you captured the amount that, you know, you've at least put your dollars in there higher than they're gonna give you, they're good.
But it lower.
You don't wanna put it lower, because if you put it lower, you'll get lower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you put it lower, even if that's gonna give you more,
Right,
that's it.
that's what,
Yeah.
and so, the other thing up here is the hearing will be, September the 11th, which is our September meeting, and we do have to schedule a time, for that, so 15 minutes before the meeting, and then we'll adopt the budget in the October meeting, and that's just regular meeting time. So,
That was my only question, can we just have that public hearing at 6:30 and then go into our regular meeting?
Sure.
it only takes a minute,
I know, that's what I'm thinking,
but okay, I can change that to 6:30.
that's why, that way nobody asks.
Okay. All right, I'll change that to 6:30.
Just call it 6:30.
Okay, so, I'm gonna make a motion that we, advertise this is called Form 3. We advertise this Form 3 on, Gateway, for our 2026 budget.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Internal controls update.
I think everybody already knows. Mary Jo had the internal controls folder, and at our next audit, we know they're gonna look, to make sure everyone's watched that video and signed off on the form. So we had forms for Mary Jo, John Post, and myself, so I know you guys have watched the video and, signed the form, so I think we're all covered now. Anybody that touches money, so if Trish were still here, she would have to do it too, but. That's it.
Okay. Utility, all the hydrants have been flushed.
Thank you, Brad.
Yes.
It's like
A few
hundreds-
valves that I couldn't find, couldn't open, couldn't do something with, but
I was thinking maybe we should have took a picture of it and say, just not in New York. On a hot summer day.
I know, it was so
Oh, how they do
hot.
that.
it was a good time to do it. But I
Not too
couldn't
many.
zone things like it's supposed to be done, but everything got flushed.
Well, and we didn't really have too many complaints.
No,
Just,
we,
just the one lady said she didn't have any water pressure.
I haven't noticed any dark water.
I haven't either.
We haven't.
It's really surprising.
Yeah.
If you'd seen some of, what came out of some of the hydrants. Believe me. But anyway, that's been done, here's what you know, it's 5 years old. There's been, as you probably know, already people talking, since we talked to people about utility transfer. A lot of people already know more than what we know. That's the way things work in a small town, you know that. But anyway, there's been good conversations that I had with the town and others, and I have all the info now from Amber that we can help pass out, and I'm working on an asset management plan. I'll be able to finish it up, I think, tomorrow, so we have that as well to do with it. And we can keep proceeding with the idea. You were here,
Right, but
but again, you may have already heard about it as well.
not until you sent me the,
Okay. But that's what we're looking at. Because yeah, at some point you may need to look at that, or.
well, I read the statute, and, you know, your first step is, you have to have it appraised.
Right now, we're just in the conversation stage
Right.
prior to all.
You would pick 3 appraisers, licensed engineer, licensed, appraiser, and then another licensed engineer or licensed appraiser, and then they get together, and if 2 of them agree, then that's what it is, and then you have a public hearing. And then after the public hearing, there could be a petition filed by 30% of the registered voters, and that can be put on the ballot. I believe, I kind of glanced over it
Yes,
today.
and that's pretty
But that's
close.
the process, yeah.
One thing that I didn't notice before, well, I sent to Larry Greathouse because he wanted to look at it. The IURC has to approve.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't need it the first time, I didn't see that.
I didn't know if they would or not.
Yep,
So
it is.
there's some things they, better
this is.
Yeah.
Again, we're starting the conversations.
Okay.
Okay, Jim, we have a new address thanks to Rick's help and Marie Shepherd for these doors now. So I think for activities, as we go forward with a lot of things, we can start just saying 28 South Street and point to this instead of the front. And it might be what we want to put on the sign when we, and some of the other things that we'll be working with for the town, for town office and all that, rather than the front door. But then the other thing that I was looking at is I've been working through this calendar and contacting like the basketball people to get an idea of what their plans and schedules are gonna be. It appeared to me Wednesday nights are the open nights now. And I thought, if you guys concur, we ought to set aside Wednesday nights for the town in the calendar now. And then we're not trying to scramble to figure out when we might want to do something. We'll know if we want to do trivia, it's Wednesday night. If we want to have open gym, it's Wednesday night. Then we just need to sit down and plan some of these things. If we want beer at a euchre party, then we'll know when to set it up for bartender or something like that. And then maybe pop in, we'll also know if we want to have pizza as part of something we're doing. I just think it's going to be easier than trying to all of a sudden say, well, let's do it on Tuesday, and well, no, somebody's got basketball. Somebody else does something.
Sounds good.
I talked to Wayne about it, he liked the idea real well too, because it helps satisfy a lot of the grant requirements that we really said we wanted to do.
Yeah, having more activities.
Having more activities, and then we lock it in, that's the town's. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think that's great.
Okay, if you guys think it is, then I'm gonna put it in the calendar and then figure out how to, as we go. Well, again, I need some help as we go figuring out what we wanna do on some of those nights.
Yeah.
Right now, it's too hot. We don't. Okay, we covered that. G, right of way ordinance and permit, I had sent that back way, probably a year ago. And passed it out, and then I came across it and thought it was time to get it out again. And the reason I thought of that is because Metronet told me they might want to start construction in December, and they're gonna put everything underground. So I figured we needed a right of way ordinance based on what happened. I mean, we trust Metronet, but based on what happened last time with some contractors. And it's the North Vernon ordinance that I wrote, how many years ago, and I just marked it from North Vernon to Vernon and other things through there.
Do you have that in a Word document, or is it just a?
It's a PDF, and then it's a
So we just
PDF.
need to retype it?
I'm afraid we're gonna have to, because I couldn't convert
Okay,
it. It was a
well, we can
scan.
retype it by next meeting.
Well, Brad, I mean, I don't know, however we work this. Do we need a motion to have you do that, or what?
Are you-
I can probably get the scan and convert it from a PDF to Word for them to finish typing it much faster.
I tried, and I couldn't get it done.
If you can send the original PDF file to me, and I'll see if I can switch it in my software.
Just
for
do
Word.
it next month, and you can do,
Yeah.
you can dispense with your first reading.
First reading.
Just move to
Okay.
the final reading, yeah, do it all at once, yeah.
Okay, if you can't convert it, I'll retype it.
Okay, but
Okay.
I should be able to make that a lot easier, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried, it wouldn't do it because it's a scan, it's not
Scam.
a. So it wouldn't allow it to extract, it's like a picture.
Okay. I'll have to test it out and see what happens.
I tried.
Okay. I mean, well, okay, we can figure it out later.
So you got board there, question mark, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, do we say board or town, how do we call it, what do you guys?
I think it would be the council.
Council.
Okay, see, I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure. That's why I had question marks, because I wasn't sure how they need to be. And I think you got the current version, I put the trails in no cut.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the right one. Okay, Jeff, item H.
Yes, so conversation recently, that it would be helpful just to start a conversation and start moving forward on this idea. It might be helpful to have a resolution that the town is going to prioritize planning and constructing a pedestrian and bicyclist connection, basically a sidewalk or trail, between the town, the county park, and the city of North Vernon. So I went ahead and drafted this earlier today. Basically, it's going through some of the recent history of why this topic's important, leaning really heavy on the fact that we have the Jennings County Active Transportation Plan as part of the county's comp plan as an amendment in 2023. They recognizes that as a priority section of connecting the city and the town and the county park with some kind of amenity that would make it a lot safer for people to walk and bike. And basically at the bottom of the resolution, the key part for us just says, be it now resolved that the town of Vernon will take efforts to partner with the above entities being the city of North Vernon, Jennings County Parks and Rec, and the Indiana Department of Transportation. So we'll partner with the above entities to plan and construct a pedestrian connection between the town of Vernon, Scottsdale County Park, and the city of North Vernon for however long it may take for such project to be completed.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it will
Do that forever.
it will be helpful for us to start the conversation, start looping people in the room. I think Brad's right when he says it looks like NDOT pay a lot more attention once you pass a resolution or something formal. So hopefully this will help get more people to the table and we can start having those conversations.
Yeah.
Get to work. If anyone doesn't have suggestions about edits or things like that, I'll go ahead and make a motion. Or do we need to, make a motion to adopt this resolution for the town?
I would,
Yeah, any changes?
well, I'd just like to table it so I can read it and look it over,
Yeah, okay, we can do that too.
next meeting.
Sounds great.
So I'll make a motion to table it.
Okay.
So,
Motion.
Now, second.
Second, all in favor?
Yeah, John, if you have any suggestions for edits,
well, yeah, I mean,
happy to.
I know there'll be something in there that'll be going.
Well, that gives you the chance to add the signature lines on that, dates.
True. Yeah, they can get it really formal. Do we have a numbering system for our resolutions as the town?
Yeah.
Okay.
For resolutions.
Yeah.
We do for ordinances.
Okay.
Yeah. Not for
I wasn't
resolutions.
sure if I needed to include that in the next draft or not,
Well,
but,
there might have been a numbering system at one time, we'll look.
okay. They just do 2025-1.
Okay.
Could be, it might be.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do that, that's what I like.
Have the year in.
Have the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Because in that way, it's like, when was that their pass? 1906.
I agree. Oh, yeah.
Did it turn in?
Not quite that.
All right, well, that's all I have for that.
Okay. The SS4 grant, Safe Streets for All. The draft contract's going back and forth, and I guess we're at the point we need a motion to allow me to sign it. And but we also need to decide where we're gonna pull the money from and set up a new account for the $25,000 that we're obligated for, up to 25,000. And instead of in another new line item. And then I can sign the contract. If you remember, we get 100,000. It's the entire thing, 100.
That's just for consulting.
That is really just for consulting. After we do this, we can start the process of getting a consultant online. I want to still keep this under budget.
Yeah, Brad, do we have a number we had discussed? I can't remember that we were targeting for the total cost.
I want to be more down around 100, like total, instead of 100. And I don't see why we couldn't.
Yeah.
But that still means we get a full spend.
So what is it for?
It's the federal grant that was submitted,
That Lane did?
yes, that Lane did, that was submitted for the Safe Streets for All program. There's, a lot of money in this program. And it's in phases, and the first phase is a action plan. Second phase is a demonstration plan, and third phase is actual boots on the ground construction. We're just at that action plan only stage. And you have to have that before you can move into the next one and into the next one. We were hoping that we could modify this to get the demonstration plan included, but they said, no, you can't do that. But at least with the action plan, we can get it started, maybe then go into the demonstration plan and smooth into it, if you will. And because you have to have those before you can apply for the federal dollars for the bid money. So
What's the third phase? Action demonstration.
construction. Now, whether we'll get past the action plan, who knows? But hopefully, at least we can get something out of it. That's what we talked about.
You could spend 25,000 and not even ever get any.
Well, no, we're guaranteed that we get 100,
Oh,
but it's all going to somebody else, consultant. Yeah, it's not, we're not going to keep it.
Are we for sure gonna get the second and third phase if we,
There's no guarantees.
So
We have to apply again.
We'd have to apply again.
so, oh, wow.
With the action plan, we'll have a document that should help show need and describe where and how and changes we want to make. We'll document what we've done. This resolution we just did is a perfect example of the kind of thing we go into an action plan as a reference.
One thing that we can include in the planning process is an ADA transition plan, which is not something the town has ever been able to do in the past, but is something that's generally expected these days of all municipalities. So that's something we can kind of shoehorn into this grant process in addition to the other action plan items that we've done. So that's another benefit of this, recognizing that this is a really big pot of money that feels like it's overblown for a town our size of planning, but
The whole idea is to eliminate or deter any pedestrian fatalities.
Yep.
And we're ahead of the curve in a lot of ways already just because of what we did with the track. And what we just did with the 30-mile-an-hour speed limits. But now we've got to have somebody put that in plan and recognize it as such.
and what other things we can do.
And what other things can we do and where could we do sidewalks? And like I said, this resolution we just did is a perfect example because that is to avoid any fatalities. I mean, if we had to walk to North Vernon and people didn't have to walk on the shoulder of the road, it's demonstrated that it's kind of problem. Whether we'll go past any further than this, I can't. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine too. We'd have to just tell them, sorry, we don't want to grant.
Another option, at least for demonstration, not for full construction funding, there's a smaller grant from the state that comes out every other year currently that allows you to do demonstration. It's the tactical urbanism grant from the Department of Health. So if we have projects that are identified in the action plan and we are able to maybe get that funding faster or it's a better deal for us, then that's another area where we could act on some action plan items. And when they say temporary or tactical urbanism in those grants, sometimes those can be installations that last multiple years. Yes. Sort of.
I mean, I think it's a great idea, but what if we don't get picked? What if they're like, sorry, you just gave us 120, or, you know, your whole grant and your $25,000, and it's like, well, it's not gonna go anywhere, sorry.
Yeah, program could end or something.
Yeah.
I know, we'd end up with a document.
Yeah.
And
I don't know when it would get
and
used.
you don't know when it might ever get used. And federal program, this is federal highway. Federal programs can get terminated.
Oh, yeah.
We
We know that. How long do we have before we have to make a decision on that?
This is really it, because we applied for it about a year ago, roughly, And then you and I,
They restarted the conversation with us in May.
because they had awarded it,
Yes.
and then it sat
It was
for 6 months, maybe?
the program was under review with the administration. And then once they were good to go ahead, they reached out to us.
Oh, so this administration is okay with this program?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
program currently is moving forward.
It's currently set up to go, we're on the list, we've been awarded, it's just now we've got to sign the agreement.
What do you guys think?
Well, I guess the question I have, can we use this planning for anything else other than this grant through them? Or do you know that?
The way Jeff, I think so. I think we could use it to leverage money, like you said, through other programs.
Like, I think it will help make the case for applying for other funds. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It will make us a stronger candidate when we get into.
You spend $20,000 and just
Right.
honed in on this one program.
If there's not anything
So
else.
this year we don't get it, next year we don't get it.
Okay.
Then the next year is like, oh, you gotta have a planning grant to get to, you know?
I think this will have a longer life than just a few years. The other thing to me is because we will need to work with NDOT on anything that involves the state highway, I think having something like this does give us much stronger leverage to NDOT in those conversations.
That's that, this is federal highway money, not INDOT money.
Right.
And
So if we can
the
get.
only people INDOT, the INDOT answers to, if you will, is federal highway.
Yeah.
That's the only people that can get their attention when they really want to, because that's where all this money comes from. So, yeah.
So, yeah, those are some of the benefits I see. For me personally, Amber, I think it's a great opportunity. If we could get it even lower than spending 100,000, like if we could shoot for 40 or 50 total,
Okay.
that would be my goal, because we got a whole active transportation plan for the county for 40.
Yeah,
Okay.
$125,000 is
Yeah.
a lot of money for a document.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole county active transportation plan was 40. I did get requests to see if we could push that, but I told them that was grant funded as well, and I couldn't go any higher. But if we can really hold the line as a council on what we're willing to do,
Okay.
I would
That
be a
gives
lot
me
more.
a better target.
I'd be way more comfortable if we're down in that range and we're only spending 10 or 12,000.
That's a lot,
Okay, that sounds good.
yeah.
That sounds good.
So, yeah, if that's the game plan, then I'm a lot more comfortable with moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Because we'll have to advertise for consultants and go through QBS and all that, but we can tell them upfront, here's our.
This is our budget, we can't go any higher.
Yeah. So we know the federal grant says this, but this is what we can spend for that.
Okay, I like that. That'll help a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I will make a motion to give Brad the authority to sign the current agreement with the Federal Highway Administration to move forward on the Safe Streets for All program in town of Vernon.
I'll second.
Motion and a second.
Or do you want me to put it out?
With the
With-
limit.
Well, I'd like to have
With the understanding that
a top.
our top end for accepting a contract in total would be $50,000.
Okay.
You're comfortable with that?
Okay. So we'll go. Where do you want to draw the money from then? Because I feel like you do need to set up a new line.
So we need like 12,500.
Yes. And you need to figure out where you want to take it from. And I think go ahead and move it now, so it's in essence, in escrow, so to speak.
You could take, we can't move money out of general fund.
Well, I thought either CEDA, MDH, or local road and street make the most sense.
Can we really move money out of those funds though and put them in, I don't think we can move money out of them.
You probably can't see it.
I don't know, you guys know.
I wouldn't wanna move any money from one, I know they do not like when you move money from one fund to another, you get in big trouble for that. I know you can't move it out of general fund.
Okay, so you just know where you're gonna pay.
Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's 12.5, seated has 35,000.
Yeah, I mean, you could take some out of general, you could take some out of seated, you got, rainy day money, you've got gift fund, riverboat.
Well, the rainy day money,
You'd have to have a resolution.
well, we kinda use, that's supposed to be used. I think we kinda set that up so we'd have the money for any was it CCMG?
Oh, as a match for CCNG? Yeah, I know rainy day has, stipulations on it, but, I mean, I probably wouldn't take it out of there anyway. You had 12,000 you can get out of,
I would think since you're down to 12.5, just take it out of seated.
yeah.
To understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you guys, but I'm just thinking.
Yeah, that's a good
Put
plan.
that in motion.
Alright, included in my motion is that we'll hold money for the seated, or the town's match portion.
Okay, motion in a second. All in favor? Okay. Page 2. Miscellaneous business, Brown Street office, as you know, like I said, we're moving out of Brown Street and up here, and that's gonna leave the end office where they were at open. The Boy Scouts have expressed interest in renting it, and I talked to Josh, we don't have a dollar figure figured out yet, but it can be a nominal rent and service projects that the Boy Scouts would help us out. So if you think that's amenable, and if you have a dollar amount in mind, say so, but I think it's a good partnership with them. I mean, they're the kind that can help us with some of the other things that we're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And it keeps the building kind of occupied.
Yeah, keeps eyes on it.
Keeps eyes on it. They don't need much in the way of utilities or anything. We're renting a bay to Travis Shepherd for $100 a month.
We
Might
could,
be much less than that with the scouts, of course.
yeah, I mean, what we could say is 100 a month, but they can work to, you know, like do some things around town, like say they put up the Christmas decorations, we could take 50 off, or, you know, something like
Well, I
that.
think that they were saying that it's sort of all part of the low rent. They're
Mhm.
gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna have lower rent.
Okay, well, what about 50?
Because we'll still have the gas to pay and
What?
the water, but we have to keep the water on anyway for like.
Right, we'll still be using the rest of
They're
the
still
stuff.
using it,
We're not
so.
And as long as they turn the air conditioning or the heat
Yes.
down when they leave them. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that too much?
I'm not yet. Yeah,
50?
I would be like terrible.
Well, I know they're paying for the minimum water over where they're meeting,
I think,
which is 81.94.
Josh.
So if it's less than that,
okay,
Yeah,
they'll be happy.
great.
that's what I.
You think 50? 35? I don't know.
I don't know, I just go $1 a month of.
Say,
Yeah, I don't know.
if they agree to it, that's fine, if not, then we'll go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't wanna rip them off or anything.
No, I sure don't either. It's- like
We
I
gotta
said,
get
it's
all
a
the junk
partnership
out of
that I
there.
think is gonna be pretty beneficial. Yeah. Everybody.
Or maybe we should do 25 and then ask them to help us out.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather keep it at the 50 and then you can always knock it down if they do something,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like they do something spectacular or,
yeah,
you know,
Or
you
something,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like they say, oh, well, we're gonna do all this here.
Yeah, I mean, they do, they've picked up trash for festivals and things, and the Christmas decorations and all that.
Oh, yeah, I could think of one.
We did, that's the historical society, that they set the tents up and everything.
Yeah, and they do a lot of stuff.
I mean, if we ask them to do regular trash.
is there a way that each year when they come to discuss however often we review the agreement, that we can have the scouts come and present the proposal? Just as a training thing for them.
They get merit badges from coming to public meetings, and
Yeah.
Josh said they were overdue to do that.
Yeah, they usually come to 1 or 2 a year anyway.
Yeah, I know I've done an interview with one of them so that he can check off part of their requirements.
He told me they have more scouts than they had last year.
Really?
Other troops are going down, they're going bigger, and they have more that are going into Eagle Scout.
Cool.
And they've had 2 or 3 last year, they have more now.
It's awesome.
They're meeting tonight over there, there's a lot of cars all
Yeah,
done.
they need to.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, good. I already mentioned Metronet, that they are gonna go all underground.
That wasn't a motion, that was just.
Yeah, do we need to
I don't-
set the $50
You think we need
service?
a motion?
Probably,
Okay.
Or when they sign their contract, maybe?
Well, we can go ahead and motion
Yeah,
for
we
the
can.
contract.
Well, they said 50's too much.
Yeah.
I think we'll just make a motion that, you're talking with them, right, Brandon? You're talking with John. Just make a motion that Brandon negotiate a contract.
That sounds like a motion, Tom.
That's what I said, motion, Brandon, negotiate a contract with them.
I'll
Motion, do we have a
second.
second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Vote on the contract.
Like I said, I mentioned Metronet already. Surplus property, the generator at the garage, it was fed off of the gas line with what appeared to be a piece of rubber pipe, almost like rigging it. And it came off. Luckily, Bobby had noticed it, and mentioned it to the people working on their house. They called Midwest Gas, and they came to shut it off. But it made us think that we're paying, I guess, for it to be maintained
Service, yeah.
and serviced and tested, and there's no need in that garage to have a generator that we can think of.
We
If
could sell it,
really,
a lot of people want those.
well, I'm thinking we could declare it surplus property and sell it to somebody. If we really need a generator, there are 2 in the garage that are portable, and one of them is diesel, one's gas. So do we really need a permanent, I mean, this is left over from the fire department. It's not big enough.
Yeah,
to
Lowe's
do fire.
donated it to the fire department. So really, I mean, if we sold it, money out of it would probably go to them. Honestly. Although we've maintained it, I don't know.
I mean, it was, the building itself's always been burned.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
And it's a fixture.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially now, it doesn't have gas, and we're paying to have a service, it seems kind of silly.
Power from the service.
And that's the other part, we have to get a new pipe.
Yeah.
Seems to me that it's never gonna get used.
I could ask Mark at Hall Heating if they, what it would be worth. I mean, if we wanted to sell it, do a request for proposal, see if somebody,
Well, I think if you declare it surplus property, then we'll just do our best to get whatever best value we can out of people. If you think that's the route to go. I mean, there's other things in that garage you can do that with too, but this one was the most obvious.
you have an auction.
Well, there's not that.
There's not enough.
I cleaned a lot of stuff out there already. It's a usable bag. So if you want to declare, it's up to you guys.
I'll
If you
make a
declare it
motion.
surplus, then we'll just start offering it, see what people take.
I'll make a motion to, declare the generator surplus property and then have a, bid on it at a later time.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thing, it's covering a lot of notes that I had about things. Reports from committees and officers, so I'm done. John?
I don't really have anything. I had a street light fixed out over by the
saw somebody in the one across the highway first and last,
So I don't know if they're
it was indoors.
here to do that or not, because they own both those.
They've been moving stuff out of the house into the storefront, and then stuff in the storefront that they need to dispose yet. Wayne was telling me the other day.
Which house is being fixed up?
That would be at Jackson Street, Tony Rosenbaum's house.
Cause it was what, I mean, has it been on area plan or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took it to area plan, and in the meantime, he passed away.
Okay, then, so notice the house cited by area plan is being worked on. How about the other house cited by area?
And we had a complaint on the, is that the duplex, is that the duplex there? On Jackson Street in between the liquor store and the roadhouse also. Where they actually went back here and mowed,
Yes, yeah, they,
Did they go back?
yeah,
Did they? Okay, good.
they mowed that back here instead.
Good.
Of course, they got them for sale, so.
Good. Okay.
And two other places, I think, are still kind of in status.
One of them comes up in September.
Yeah, can be.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got a couple things. First, as you all know, we're now live streaming our meetings. So I wanted to give a shout out to Ryan Burdell. He came and joined me at the end of last week to just work through how to get things set up. So he was here for an hour, and his hourly rate for nonprofits is $25 an hour. I don't think he sent anyone any kind of formal invoice, but we can request that from him and get that, because I want to make sure he's compensated for his time. But what we did, obviously our setup right now is temporary, so this will change again once the office moves into the other room, and we'll need to make the setup a little different, which I'll describe in a minute. But on the computer, the desktop computer, we have a software program called OBS Studio, and that is basically a video and camera management platform that can interface with different services like YouTube and Facebook and yada yada. And so we've got just this webcam hooked up to the computer. It's routed through this OBS Studio platform where we have control over audio, visual, and all the different bells and whistles. That's connected to a Town of Vernon YouTube channel. And so it's really simple. If anyone needs to know at some point in the future, I can share, but basically there's a button where you hit manage broadcast, you type in the date and what meeting we're having, whether that's Park Board or Town Council, and you can watch it, and it immediately goes through your YouTube account and launches the live stream on YouTube, and it's available for the public. After the live stream is over, when we end the session, it will automatically upload a recording of the session to YouTube as a video. They'll be able to watch on YouTube live during the session. So right now people can see us on YouTube on the channel. But once that's over, automatically a recording will show up on YouTube. All comments are shut off after the live session ends. So people can be in the chat and comment during the live session, but after the live session's over and it's just a recording, they can't comment on anything. I haven't found a way to disable the live chat, or else I would have done that as well. But I think it has to be there. And Brian and I look pretty hard. So there will always be a live chat capability, but again, no follow-up comments after it's all said and done. People will still need to communicate with us.
If somebody comes in on this now, and live chats, how would we see it?
So that sidebar on the right-hand side next to the visual that we've got of the room, if someone were to type in something in the live chat, it would pop up in that, and we'd see their username on YouTube and whatever their comment is. So at some point, we might consider, however we set it up when this becomes more permanent, having it so that someone's close at hand and can see if that happens during a meeting. It's obviously There's some controls you can do to make sure that the comments are, I don't know, polite, nice, but not everything. So there's a lot that can be said that we'll want to monitor and just know that that's going on in the live chat if we're having a meeting. But that is our solution for the live stream piece. When we move things into the other office, as I was talking with Brian, I think our thought process is we'll continue to use a similar type of camera, some kind of webcam. We'll probably mount it in that window on the sill or somehow along the edge so that we can get a view looking forward at this part of the room and catch everyone in the U shape. That will also make it so that anyone who comes up from the public to speak, they won't be in direct view. You might be able to tell who they are, but they might have a better chance of kind of being a little anonymous on the live stream, even though they're talking with us. Maybe that'll make people more comfortable. For now, we have the desk up here so that if anyone comes up while we've got this set up, the desk is kind of a good, come up to the desk and you'll be able to be seen on the camera so that people know someone's talking from the public.
We will need to ask people
to come
to
forward.
state their name.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah. So they'll have to be comfortable enough to do that, but if they're camera shy, they might feel better about not being seen.
Maybe that's why it was here.
I know, maybe they're all hiding.
They're all camera shy.
They're watching us.
They're watching us.
They're watching.
So if anyone has questions about that, if I can't answer it, and I'm sure Ryan would be happy to answer those for us. If we need to have him come back in and help us set things up when we make this more permanent, we can do that. I'm sure it wouldn't take very long. But our thought process is mount the camera there, have some kind of USB just extension cable, and then whoever's laptop we bring in, whether that's Mary Jo or someone else, we could hook that up so that they can run the software off the laptop that's brought into the meeting room during the meeting, so that we don't have to have a computer in here set up permanently and accessible in this room most of the time. So that should handle all of our needs, and it's a really cheap option. Cameras like this, this camera's on one from Ryan. Brad's offered to let us use one. But cameras like this are $35. And the software for OBS for what we're using, OBS Studio is free. So.
And we are compliant at a very reasonable cost.
Yes.
Because I have heard of some places our size or thereabouts that are spending tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It doesn't. Not when you have a solution like this. So again, any other questions about that, I'd be happy to answer if I can. The one other thing I wanted to just bring up, the park board had a great meeting Monday night. They had a discussion with our town intern Haley Purdue about the survey responses and feedback she's gotten in interviews, and from the public input session that we had for the park board at their meeting in, was that in June? No, that was July. I'm losing track of my days. End of June, early July. They had a public input session for one of the meetings. Haley kind of summarized all of that feedback that they've gotten, listed out some of the main things for each public facility that we have in town, so down in the comments, our history park and up here at the gym, the complex, recreational complex. So they've got all that information as a park board to chew on. They're gonna have a working session at the end of August, I can't remember the exact date. 28th, August 28th, where they will be setting priorities as a park board, talking through what they want to see now that they've had this chance to go through the information that Haley's compiled. And then at their September 8th park board meeting, they're going to be encouraging people from the public to come to that as their public feedback session for the draft of the parks master plan. So that's where they'll make sure that the public believes in and is committed to the same vision that the park board is on the plan and everything that they and Haley have put together. And then the park board has until November 15th to submit an adopted version of the plan after that hearing. Haley's last day as an intern will be September 12th, September 12th. So all of that timing lines up perfectly. She's done a great job of managing her schedule for the project throughout the summer. I'm very pleased. You all have seen her in action, hammering her jet.
Yeah.
Good. And so that's going to come to a close in the next 5 weeks or so, but grateful to have Haley's help. Usually she's at meetings, so I was gonna give her a shout out. She's not here. But have been very grateful to have her help. I'm excited to see what all comes out of this. I've gotten to see some of the first drafts of things that she's typing up for the park board to consider, and I think it'll be a good document for us as a town. That's everything I got.
I don't really have anything.
Mary Jo?
Just one thing. A domain name services, is this junk mail or do we actually pay for our domain name? Vernon.org for like a 5-year thing, or, I know we get a lot of this stuff, but sometimes they're just fishing for you.
I think it's probably,
Is it an actual bill? I mean, would you know, Jeff, about
I'm
the
not
name?
sure at all.
I probably know,
I'm gonna guess it's junk.
I'll look at it.
I don't want somebody taking our money. We don't pay.
A lot of people who want
And this notice is not a bill, it is rather an easy means of payment should you decide to
That's
switch
what I
your
thought.
bill
That's why I
Oh.
think
Okay.
so switch.
name to us.
So who has it?
It's, so it's, yeah, Rodney has all.
Rodney has it, okay, that's right.
Ryan would use it.
I thought this was
Explain
junk.
it.
Especially when it
Does
says
he help
it's
us
not.
do that?
Okay.
Just checking.
Yep. Brad Cage,
Don't have anything?
Britt,
Mary Jo has the, receipt for the repairs to the truck, battery and oil change. I see you have junk car, is that something new, or is that the one that we had turned over to Eric to clean?
Where do I see junk car? Well, I think I just forgot to turn that.
Yeah, I think Eric Clean has that taken
Yes,
care of.
I think so. Yeah, that was just.
that one truck that moved twice is now parked.
That's the Eric Clean.
Okay. Well, but now it's parked in a different lot. It's town property, but it's out of the way, somewhat out of sight. It's parked with other, I'm trying to be delicate here, it's parked with other townspeople's cars that haven't moved for a while either, so I don't know. All of a sudden, point at one and not others. I think the situation's resolved.
Okay.
You follow me?
I follow you. Other than that, like I discussed with you privately, I'm gonna be turning.
Yes, well, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess as we kind of discussed, what we'll probably have to do is seek out a way to appoint somebody. Do maybe an application process or something, and think through how we want to do this until the next election comes.
yeah, I think the town council set some guidelines when I first got appointed years ago about doing some criminal checks, so I would be willing to head that up if you get some.
I think that's definitely a need part of this. Definitely.
And
If
if you
anybody knows of anyone in town that you feel is qualified, I know, I mean, it's tough. It can't be any of us because it's another paid position. So, yeah. It's gonna be tough.
That's all I have.
Okay, well, again, thank you a lot for all you
You're welcome. Thanks for putting up with me.
We need to recognize. How, have you been, for how long?
Yeah.
How long have you been working?
Oh, wow. Probably.
It was Marshall last time.
12 years.
I remember who Marshall was before
It
you.
was,
I think it was
the
Tom
repo
Franks.
guy. No, it was
Oh,
Tom
it's
Franks.
Tom Franks.
The repo guy won, but remember, he
That's right.
Coos.
So that's been since we've been.
Coos.
Because
Yeah,
that was,
remember,
I
and then
think,
he,
my
ended up
first
having
one.
a
Found out
family.
that he had a family career.
Yeah,
So
cause I got appointed that first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's been since
He had a felony conviction in Pennsylvania.
maybe like 2010.
Yeah.
15 years. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
I got maybe 13. Something young back then.
I said fire chief's not here. The only thing, he told me some things that are coming up and told me to look them up on Facebook since I really don't know where to do it or how to do that. The one I do remember was the spaghetti dinner. Excuse me. And I believe he told me the 31st from 1 to 6, but that's a Sunday, so I'm thinking maybe it's Saturday. So if you guys can look it up and double check it.
I know they're having a craft fair, first weekend in November, maybe?
They're going to do something November 1st in conjunction with,
With their spaghetti?
no, trick or treat, and all that,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
crafts and other things. But the most immediate one was here at the end of August, but I just can't. I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday, the 30th or 31st. If you can look that up.
I know there's Indians and things on Sunday, because I figure sometimes they get people after church.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Sunday is what it was.
That's,
They helped me a little bit on the flushing wall, so.
Awesome.
Remember he had said that. Turned out I didn't need him too much, but he did help me.
That brings up a question for me, actually. Since we had such success with the trunk or treat and their spaghetti dinner and the toilet papering of the courthouse lawn.
That's what he was talking about.
Okay, so do we know the set dates for that yet then?
I don't
haven't
have
talked to
any
the clerk's
idea.
office. Okay. I'll do some investigating so we can have the information.
Are we gonna do trunk or treat again?
I think it'd be great if we could.
We're gonna be out there.
We'll be in town.
I'll probably be there.
She says with resignation. It was so much fun last year.
It was fun.
It was. We'll see if they can get me to dress up in a skeleton suit again. That was great. All right, I'll do some research on when they're planning to have that this year and
Okay,
how we can
just
put together the.
maybe send a text to everybody so we have to.
Sounds good.
I mean, we're gonna be busy that day, I think. Excuse me, the only other thing,
It's Sunday, August 31st.
is it, you found it? Okay, that answers that, it is on the 31st. The only thing I neglected to bring up, as I mentioned it at the park board, is Muscatatuck is
Oh,
coming
yeah.
September 27th. So, we wanna make sure we do everything at the Commons to get it ready for them, including some mowing. They asked if they could mow out down the flowers, which I think they have pollinator field, get permission to.
I wanted to say that pollinator field isn't really a pollinator field
Yeah.
anymore. It's
But they
got
wanna
mowed
use.
down too low and then it's all grass now.
well, I just went ahead and voted because it was,
Oh, did you?
yeah, I did mowing it.
Oh, okay. Well, they're
Yeah,
gonna-
it's, I think we could just mow it down.
It's pretty.
I didn't have the interns doing it.
Yeah.
obviously.
But I mean, yeah, since we didn't get it burned off and other things was coming out.
Yeah, several things happened and basically it's overgrown with weeds now.
Well, but they wanna do a hay bale maze, I think, and then they're going to, they wanna have a 3-on-3 basketball, and I told them they need to prepare the baskets, I think, because we don't know how to
Yeah,
get them.
I don't know, we need to raise the baskets because the kids are hanging on it. They're dunking their basketball and then hanging there.
Wayne said there's something broken or whatever, but I kinda figured Muscatatuck has the expertise and some people that can raise them up to 10 feet, keep them there, that's.
That'd be great. Yeah, 'cause they're gonna be ruined if,
Right, but I'm gonna help set up water for them, and electricity, and everything else they need, like I said, the main thing is just have it mowed and cleaned up. Then the other thing in the Commons is October 17th and 18th is
is what?
Ghost Walk.
Oh, okay.
And then, following that, I figure we'll lock up and winterize the restaurant.
See, I didn't think they was gonna have that in Scatterton. The Doug race down here, because I think I saw some place where they was gonna have it in
And they raised the tickets from 4,000 to 5,500 tickets.
Oh, wow,
Because they're getting that many more requests.
that's
Yeah,
great.
it's great. They're good to us, they give money to the town.
It's awesome.
And it gets a lot of people down there now, especially with all the improvements. Because last year, the restrooms hadn't been started. Didn't have any part of the trailer there.
Yeah.
Now it's,
People will be surprised.
I think people are gonna be pleasantly surprised.
They're expanding a lot. Everybody I talked to down the main street, they're the same, it's gonna be like kind of a whole different,
Cool.
a lot bigger than in the past.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean, we wanna keep them. We wanna keep them.
Yeah, so I was wondering, because, what's gonna happen when they start working on that bridge down there?
I don't know, but I'm gonna make sure that they understand that I've already spoke to Madison and had some emails with the engineers. They understand it's what's called a section 4F, it's a public park. And a section 4F is very controlled as to improvements and construction and disturbance. So I want to make sure they know it already, but we'll make sure they know throughout.
I have no problem with that,
That's why I
because they have no problem letting you know.
But again, I have not heard back from them, but at least we're in the loop.
Yeah.
And that's all I know, that ought to be enough. Anything else for the good of the order?
Make a motion to, approve claims.
Okay, we have claims from June and July. I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yep. One last motion,
Make a motion to adjourn.
we have a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
7:51.
Yeah. You're out of motion. Are you abstaining, John?
Who made the motion for claims, John and Jeff?
John and then me.
Yeah.
John and Amber.
She's like a certain bottle.
Everybody do that.
I got that.
No, I couldn't get down there.
Well, thank you all. We're going to the roadhouse, if anybody wants to go.
This has been a long day for Anna, so I'm gonna head home.
Well, is that your last folder?
Oh, baby.
She's doing well.
I saw her yesterday, I think.
Yeah?
Or maybe 2
Brad.
days ago.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah,
Good
you're welcome.
evening.
Thanks, thanks,
guys.
Brad.
I'll
Be
be
in
around.
touch.
Okay.
Maybe I'll volunteer for some.
We know where to
Okay.
find you.
That's right. Yeah, and like I say, get a hold of me, because
I will, because that's,
I'd like to weigh in on.
yes, yes.
All right, have a good day.
Oh, did you turn that off yet? How do we turn that off?
How do you turn it off?
Go turn it off.
What? Yep. Okay, if you hit the stop streaming in the bottom right hand corner. You see it? Yeah, that's it.
Will you not be able to?